Deep work is what separates those who succeed at code versus those who fail. If you are not doing it, you will never be a coder. Forget about starting a business, forget about being employed. If you can't do deep work, you can't be productive, you can't do adequate work, and you will be replaced by someone that does do deep work. However, in this video, I'm going to show you a full guide on how to do deep work and how I've used it to be a full stack developer and make my own applications. So if you think about an average developer today, what does he do? He opens up his laptop, he wants to code up a project, or maybe he has an assignment or something for his job. He starts coding, he's seeing some results, and then bam, a notification. He's like, okay, doesn't mean much, just John texting me. Let me just get back to work. And he tries to get back to work, but something's off. He's not as focused. He's not in this groove that he was earlier, and he's not able to get much work done. Little does he know that he is now out of his deep work state and is unable to do the work he was doing before. This is a common story for almost every developer, including myself. We want to code, we want to see these results, we want to start a business, but we're unable to manage our time with deep work. Simply put, deep work is a state of deep concentration. If you've ever played sports, it's also known as the flow state, where you have no thoughts, you're just focused and present, and you're just doing the task at hand. And you've probably experienced this with code too, where you're coding, you're focused, you have no thoughts, you're present in the moment, and all in all, you're getting a lot of work done. It's because you're in that deep work state. So there are three main aspects of deep work: your distractions, your goals, and your environment. So the first part of deep work is the distractions. I will never understand why people have notifications on their phone. Like, my phone is completely on silent. It has 0 notifications because I have to stay focused when I'm doing things. And a study work done just a couple years ago found that if you are focused on something and you get distracted, whether it be by like someone that's talking to you or your notifications, it'll take 20 minutes to get back into that deep work. So you're basically killing 20 minutes of your working session because you want that instant need of gratification or notifications. And if there's one thing I want you to get out of this video, it's to turn off your notifications. You'll get more work done in 1 month of doing this than you have 3 months prior. So the next part of the deep work guide is your time management. When I started off coding, I would just go in and start working on a task. You know, one day I'd be like, screw it, I'm just gonna work on Python. And then the next day I'll be like, let me watch videos today. This sort of, guessing what you're gonna do really messes with your brain, and it doesn't motivate you to do work. Ideally, what you want to do is set a goal of what you want in your working session, whether it be finish a part of a project or finish a lesson. By setting a goal, you are more motivated to finish that goal, thus being more focused, thus being more likely to get into that deep work state. And pairing that with your distraction-free zone, you are bound to see results because you are goal setting and you are focused. And as humans, we like to set goals. Ideally, you want to pick something that's a little bit challenging, but picking goals in any sort of way is fine. And the final aspect of deep work is your space and environment. Look, I get you want to code with your friends or you want to code with your coworkers, and I get for some jobs that is needed, but if you can code alone, you're going to get into that deep work in no time. Like notifications, if you have people around you talking to you, it's going to be impossible to get into that deep work state. Personally, I like to code alone, and then I go talk to my friends and family after I'm done coding. That way, I get my work done, I get everything out as fast as possible, I achieve that goal, I got no notifications on my phone, and then I can go back to my notifications after. But nonetheless, that's really it to the deep work guide. Just limiting notifications, setting goals, and making, coding like a fun game, and finally just being alone. And if you do these 3 things, you will see more results than you ever have with coding. If you like this video, you'll love the video on the screen.